Welcome, Wednesday friends. No? What should we say?
Don't know. You're being really weird.
What's up, Wednesday peeps? No?
Yeah, she's going.
What's up, Kat and Betty Jean? How's it going, Wednesday night crew? Kat and John go on live after us, so they're part of the Wednesday night crew. And then Ashley and Mark go on after them. All the fun people. So that's what's up. I hope you all liked my enthusiastic introduction. Ivy's sitting next to me, snoring. And now Eva's running in here, so that could make things interesting. So what's going on? How was your week?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
What'd you do this week? Did you learn anything? Doing good? Nice to see you, Betty Jean. I hope you're well. What did you do this week? What did you start learning?
Oh yes, the recorder. It's I only know the notes, and I still don't really remember them.
Lovely, Matt. Nice comment from the couch.
I know. You
Say
can
hi,
have
Mommy.
these pills.
Thank you. You're healing from what, Betty Jean? What happened? Did you have surgery or something?
Yeah.
So this is my lovely husband who was sitting next to us making comments because we make fun of the way he says Valentine's Day, huh, Chloe? Mm-hmm. We say, guess what time it is?
Valentine's Day.
Oh my goodness, that's awful. Well, I'm glad you're healing at least, Betty Jean. And how did you do that? I keep telling my mother, who is in the chat, that she needs to be careful because she moves large boulders and heavy things, and she's going to break herself. She's broken ribs before, just not. She probably has broken a hip and just didn't tell us, but not fun. That's not a good thing. I hope that you recover quickly.
Can I tell a weird story about today?
Maybe.
I know it's weird because I know none of you collect these, and I don't either, but I just got them in a Happy Meal.
Slipped on the ice. Time to move to Florida. That's what I told my mom. Ugh, that's awful. And then you're so nervous walking after that, I'm sure. Ugh. Okay, go ahead. What was your story? Hey, David Outdoors. How's it going tonight? I have to say hi to people when they come in.
I know.
Okay, what's your weird story?
Okay, so we went to McDonald's and I got a Happy Meal, and then the toy in there was odd.
Why?
Well, it's not odd. It's just like a thing you would never see in a Happy Meal.
What was it?
The
Thanks, David.
Pokemon cards.
That's fun, right?
Yes, it was fun, and I'm excited about it, but it's just like, really? McDonald's carries Pokemon cards?
Ugh.
And especially I got the Pikachu cards, so.
Have you been getting lots of eggs, David? I know my chickens have started ramping up their production. In fact, today I got an egg skelter in the mail. I know that's probably not exciting to you, but I don't get tons of eggs. I'm getting like 4 a day. And so I got one of those spiral things where you put the new eggs at the top, and so the bottom eggs, like your oldest ones, and you use those first. Yeah. Happy Meals used to be way cooler toys than they are now. These were literal like pieces, like cards, like Pokemon cards, but they were not like high
it's
quality.
Not the only thing they give out.
You're getting 37 eggs a day. That's a lot. But you're going to be getting a lot once they all start, right? Like 120 or something. You've got a lot. I can't remember. But we, so we had a very busy day, which is why they got a Happy Meal, because after homeschool, we went to the dump, we have to take our trash to the dump because nobody local, like there's no service that picks up trash in our town. 60 or so. That's still quite a bit. Have you started selling to your the diner that you were going to work with, or are you just waiting? Do you have to wait until you're getting more? Because 37 eggs a day is a ton. Like those are going to rack up. So anyway, we went to the dump because we had to do that, and the dump is right next to our Blue Seal store, which is where we get our sheep and goat food. And so I had called in an order to Blue Seal, and that's an awesome problem to have. That's really great. Then people are liking your eggs. So we went to Blue Seal, and then we had to go home to unload the Blue Seal order, and then go to another feed store and pick up whole corn, which the price of whole corn has gone up. So anyway, I stopped at McDonald's on the way through because the kids were hungry and wanted lunch, and it was just convenient, and I know, awful, but that's amazing that you've got lots of people wanting their eggs. There's nothing better than, farm fresh eggs, way better than the grocery store. So that's awesome. What's up, Ashley and Mark? The weather is cold. It's getting colder and it's snowing. So what's new, right? We got dumped on and now it's snowing again. It's supposed to be really cold this weekend. I'm guessing I will have lots of sheep be born. So haven't made a live in a while. Resonance Homestead, thanks for being here. Southern Australia, I'm glad you popped in. I appreciate it. Hi, Dad. Long time no see. I hope your airbrushing is going well. So, David, Betty Jean's asking, how much do you charge for a dozen eggs? I know when we go to the farmer's market and we have any eggs, I sell them for $3 a dozen. That's just kind of the going rate around here. So, hey, Bruce, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I bet. Busy plowing, right? Yeah, $3. I think $3 a dozen is kind of the go-to price for around here. I know some people, I remember touring a farm with my sister who's somewhere in here. I missed her. My sister and I, when she lived here, we went on these farm tours together. And I think Chloe and Sula were babies. Like, I had Chloe in a front carrier on these tours. And we toured all these different farms. And one of them was an organic farm on an island, which is between the Canadian-American border. And they had beautiful eggs. And it was a certified organic farm, again, on an island. And I think they said something like $8 to $10 a dozen. And I remember thinking to my sister, like, oh my gosh, like, I can't imagine paying that much for eggs, but they got it. People paid it. So must be they were good eggs or they were worth it or whatever. But it was crazy. I remember thinking, you went to that one. You didn't go to Cross Island? Yeah, I thought you were with me. Hey, Mandy, what's up? I hope you got your prize package. Mandy was one of our winners from the Instagram giveaway that Old Reading Farm and I did together. And Mandy won on Old Reading's feed, but she still got a prize from me. So I sent it to her. I hope she got it. Yeah, you're going to need more chickens. Selling at farmers market's super fun. I sell the wool stuff and the meat there. It's a little exhausting because Watertown and Regional Market, which is closer to you, start super early. So you have to be very organized and up early, especially if we're driving to Syracuse for regional. Crazy. Wisconsin eggs are cheaper, huh, Betty Jean? So what are you paying? Yeah, the feed. So my feed isn't too bad for the sheep because we buy, like, usually I commit to a ton. And so, like, I pay a little bit less of a rate. But the corn prices, like today we picked up corn and I was all prepared with like correct change and the prices just keep going up. Like today it was $14 a bag of corn for 100 pounds of whole corn at our feed store. The receipt that I looked at from a couple weeks ago, it was $13.50 a bag. And when I started buying the whole corn to mix in with our feed, when we were having this whole like feed issue, in the summer with our feed, it was $12. So it's gone up $2 in not a year. So it's kind of crazy. And the regional is 20 minutes from you. We had so much fun doing regional market, but it's like, especially with COVID and everything, we didn't even bother this year. We were happy just to stay with our local market and keep up with that. But regional is such a fun market. You meet tons of cool people. I'm glad you're excited. I hope it comes soon. We're both crazy and farmers. $2.29 a dozen. See, here, like, you don't ever see prices like that. It's either like $2, $2.50 if people are crazy, but nobody likes to keep change on them really. So, did I miss Tina Ladybug come in? Hello, Tina Ladybug. Thanks for being here. Fuel is high, so the feed's gonna go up. Yeah, I know. I'm not even getting into that. It's so depressing. Yes, definitely both. This Bushels and Peck is my sister Mandy, so I can vouch for the fact that she's very crazy. That's for sure. Yes. So, yeah, that was a little frustrating because I went with exact change thinking like the price couldn't have gone up in 2 weeks, but it did. So, what I thought would be $81 for 600 pounds of corn was $84. Not a big deal, but just still like, holy moly, when is it going to stop going up? I don't know. We feed 50 small ruminants, plus now they're small children, which is growing in numbers. It's been a quiet week, but it's, I'm guessing, about to be insane. The last one, tell Alice you're on a live and you can't talk to her right now. Hi, Full-Time Dream. How's it going tonight? Oh, the store price. Yeah, Betty Jean. I don't know. In stores, the eggs are definitely cheaper. Like you can go to Aldi's and get them for like $1.50, I think, a dozen. But we were talking about like Auntie Weezer says she did tell her prices at the farmer's market is what we're talking about for like free range eggs is more like $3 a dozen. So people kind of understand that when you're raising chickens, then the price is a little bit more. So you won't be able to charge more with the eggs when the feed goes up. I know, because people aren't going to be interested in paying. It's crazy. Oh, sorry, Weezer. I touched the wrong thing. I hope you're well, Full-Time Dream. Full-Time Dream goes live after us as well, so make sure that you check them out. Yeah, 129 in stores is what David is saying, and that's, yeah, they're not fresh. They're certainly from God knows how long ago, and they're definitely not from chickens who are quite as well cared for. So the prices are totally different, but yeah, I don't know. I grocery shop at Aldi's. I love Aldi's. I know the eggs are like $1.50 or somewhere around what David said. It's just the farmer's market. And you do see some roadside stands that sell their eggs for like $2 a piece, and they recycle their cartons and do all that stuff. When you sell at farmer's markets, you have to have, in New York State, you have to have brand new cartons. You're supposed to. And, you know, the cost of being there and your time and everything adds up. So you, people are willing to pay more for well cared for chickens. So yeah. So that's what we do. But we don't sell a ton of eggs because I only have about a dozen hens, and one of them who's very old, so we call them fat chicken. No. So yeah, what else did we do after we went and got all the feed?
Get McDonald's.
What did we do? We're past that. We've already been to McDonald's. Now what?
We played with our LPS.
We spent a bunch of time in the barn. Banded some tails.
They pretty much hated us after that.
No, they got over it pretty quick. It's a dramatic 5 seconds after, but then they throw themselves on the ground and oh, it's awful. But then they forget. So the boys are always the worst, huh?
Yes.
They always throw a bigger fit.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, in the next lambing video, the cutoff is at a happy point, and then there's kind of some rough news in the next video. But up here in Ontario, you need your eggs graded and labeled at farmers markets and stores. You can only sell ungraded eggs on farm. That's the same in New York. We have to write grade A, or I think somebody said in the webinar I was taking last week that they will put ungraded on it or something like that because they don't want to commit to a grade. I don't know, but we have to say, grade A, whatever eggs. And go from there. So, hey, Adrian, what's up? Letting your armpits air dry. What are you doing? Working out, girl? Doing a little. Oh, you had a live earlier and I missed it. We were out in the barn on your other channel. I'm sorry about that. It's hard to keep up with everybody. We have 30 ewes, 3 rams, and about 10 lambs still, but I still have 13 ewes to lamb out. So all my bigger, older ewes are still due. They were in with my new ram that only got one of them bred. So today is the switch off date for them being with my old ram, and several of them are super ready to go. So in fact, one of them was like heavy breathing before I came in. So I've got to go back and check on her when I'm done here. I got so nervous during that live that I sweat. Well, I'm sure it went very well. I'm sorry that I missed it. But yeah, it's hard for me to keep up. I like your Tuesday one because it's at lunchtime on the East Coast, so it's easy for me to catch it because usually we're having lunch, so I see it pop up on my alerts. Yeah, you do. It's like I feel like every Wednesday I'm kind of like, oh, I've got to do it live. But then once I do it, I'm like so glad I did because it's so nice talking to everyone, and it's a great way to connect with people, especially when I'm a hermit like I am. Oh, I just missed this. Yeah. Time zones. I know. It's hard for me even because Adrian's on the West Coast, so it's a totally different time zone. Well, you just have to let people know. Are you in the small YouTube, small homesteaders of YouTube group, David? Adrian, I'm sorry. Be honest and talked about homesteaders don't have a lot of time and actually use an example. Yes. Well, I spend a lot of my time in the barn right now, but it is definitely a labor of love, and I'm sorry. I will definitely try to be at your next one. I just missed it. Sorry. We look calm because we're half awake, right, Chloe? Mm-hmm. Are you tired tonight?
Yes.
We are beat. We've been spending a lot of time outside, and of course, I'm in the barn around the clock, so. Mm-hmm. I know. I always feel bad if I miss lives because I feel like it's like friends that I don't get to catch up with. Monday night, Morris Patch of Heaven has their live, and I love Joyce and Jean, and I tried to be on their live, and my internet kept dropping because with the snow, sometimes the internet's just not great connection, and I watched like 2 minutes, and then it was reloading. So I always feel bad too. I feel like I'm letting my friends down if I'm not there. So the homesteader thing is a group on Facebook, David. I just lost your comment. The people in there are super supportive, and you can, like I do every Wednesday night. I go in and share the link to my live and just say, hey, come chat with us at 6 p.m. just to remind people because sometimes, people don't even think about what day it is or whatever. So you can go in there and share your link. I know Adrian has a group. This is Adrian. She has a group that she runs, and you can share things on hers. I know Wholesome Roots does the same thing. If you have like a page for your farm, like a Facebook page or anything, like any social media, it's always good to just post that you're going live, and then people will chime in and be there. I would come. You come to mine. I would come hang out. I just, as long as I know on this channel. So yeah, Adrian has Farmstead Smith, which is her home study channel, which talks about beekeeping and donkeys.
I forgot Peanut was here.
Yeah, she's sleeping next to me. She's probably gonna bite my elbow soon. And then she has Adrian Rose, where she talks about YouTubey stuff. Also important. Hey, Gardening in the North. That's okay. I appreciate you being here. Is it small YouTubers of home? I think it's small YouTubers, small homestead YouTube. Oh my gosh, what is the group name? Adrian, you got to know this. I will watch it. I'm sure it's all important information. I definitely will go back and check it out. I spend a lot of time felting. I didn't have any orders today, thank God. But when I am felting, I watch people's stuff. So it is as cold up there here by Buffalo this morning, but warmed up to 15 this afternoon. It was 23 here today. We spent a bunch of time in the barn, which is much warmer from all of our heavy breathing, fat, pregnant sheep and goats. So we spent a lot of good time outside, even though it wasn't super warm. The sheep are good heavy breathers, so that keeps us warm. Nobody can make any money selling eggs on a small scale. I need to sell a dozen for like $9 to make a profit. Can't compete with $2.99 at the grocery store. I think people don't expect grocery store prices when they're buying from small farms, but small YouTube homesteaders, David, that's what Adrian just posted. That's what the group is called. Yeah, there are two groups. One of them is small YouTube homesteaders, and that one is the one where you can post your links and stuff like that. There's another one that's like homesteaders of YouTube, and that group is a little more stringent on rules, and they don't want you posting links. But it's good for information and to bounce ideas off from other people. But the small YouTube homesteaders lets you post your links and ask for collaboration information and all sorts of stuff like that. It's a really good group to be part of. So just posting on there, you would have a lot of support. Definitely a good group to join. So
Farmers only.
my husband's gonna crack jokes in the corner. Speaking of which, Chloe, guess what time it is?
Valentine's.
We make fun of Matt because he calls Valentine's Day, that is certainly spelled with two N's, Valentine's. So we joke, and the other day he asked me what I wanted for Valentine's Day, and I said, a watch. He was not amused. Listen, honey.
I almost got you an Apple Watch because I thought you would know one.
People who buy eggs from chicken owners know they are buying quality. That's exactly true. Gardening in the North, I think that's definitely, people want to support their local producers or backyard producers, even whatever, and they know that the eggs are going to be better than what you're going to get at the grocery store, fresher, and people like our eggs because they're different. David Outdoors says, "Hey Matt."
Hello, hi.
So let's talk about another fun story from the week about Matt. Now that we've brought him up.
Oh man.
So most people on Sunday were watching the Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys watched the Super Bowl.
I mean, Mom, you've already made fun of him enough.
Oh, I'm not done. If he wants to sit here and comment in the chat, then here we go. Bakeries love fresh eggs. Oh yeah, definitely. Do you do ducks at all, David? We have one duck that lays eggs, and definitely good for baking. Anyway, I didn't watch the Super Bowl either, Adrian. I don't have any desire to watch football, but most people were watching the Super Bowl. We, however, were out in the freezing cold snow because Matt was snow blowing and got the tractor stuck in a snowbank, like so bad. So then we were out there, like he was all mad. He left and went to one of the rentals to paint or something. David lives in Syracuse. He does rental properties too. He also snow blows for a living. Matt, just a little backstory, Matt. Okay, so he got mad, went to one of the rentals to paint, whatever, and came back and said, "Can you come down here and help me?" I had gotten a tow strap from Advanced Auto or whatever because he couldn't find his chains or anything. And they had one like heavy duty tow strap. So I went and picked it up, and he came back and wanted to try and tow it out with a truck. So we were out there for like an hour to try and get the tractor unstuck. Now our tractor has a giant, like what, 5-6 foot snowblower on the front.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
So like he says 5.
I think.
So when he towed it backwards, it like turned the tractor so that the snowblower like hooked on fence that we had over there. And can you go check on Eva, make sure she's not choking, and then come back to me. So we got it even more stuck. Couldn't pull it out front wise. Couldn't pull it up. Anyways, the next day he had to take the snowblower off, like completely disconnect it, which is a pain. There's like a metal foot that goes in a sleeve. There's a PTO thing, and then there's a bunch of little quick connects, which that's not a pain, but So we had to take the snowblower off, call in a professional tow truck to come and winch it out of the giant snowbank. So that's how we spent Sunday, Monday. That's how our week started. Was with a giant tractor stuck in a snowbank.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, David works for the state, plowing the roads. I'm sure when I walked into Advance Auto and asked for the tow strap, the guy just looked at me and was like,
He is choking on a piece of pizza bread.
"Is she okay now?"
Yes.
Okay, good.
Turning blue? We'll make another one.
Yeah,
Okay.
our chickens live in good, free, healthy life, not in tight cages. And that's why I think people are happy to pay more for eggs like that. They know that you're feeding, better food, and the chickens have better conditions. So, yeah, I'm sure you come across your fun stories of people getting stuck in the snow, David, because I don't know if you do 81 at all or I-90. I don't know exactly what your turf is, but snowblowing is not particularly dangerous for us because it's usually sitting in a enclosed tractor cab with heat and radio and just driving. But if you have like the push snow blowers, maybe that's a little more dangerous. I don't know, but definitely not fun. We used to do meat birds and butcher like every Tuesday for a Wednesday farmers market, and
I'm sick of killing things.
it just gets a little exhausting, and
So much blood.
it's hard to make money that way too. Like you have to charge a decent amount per pound, and the feed prices were going up, and yeah, which is great. And I think that's why people are happier to pay better for better eggs. Down near Liverpool and Baldwinsville. Cool. Definitely tons of snow there. That's for sure. Huh, Chloe?
We're almost neighbors.
Yeah. So somebody just messaged me right before the live started. It's tons of work, especially I hope you have a chicken plucker. We used to have one that looked like a big washer barrel. But we sold it when we stopped raising them because so much work. Somebody just messaged me that New York State is trying to pass a bill that you can't ship animals into or out of the state anymore. February 4th, the state assembly proposed a bill which generally only is going to affect chickens. It does affect reptiles in some senses. Like I know we've shipped reptiles and tortoises and stuff in for Matt and my dad. Well, Willis was shipped in for Daddy from the West Coast. His Euromastics.
A long time ago.
Yeah. And Bumpy used to get tortoises in the mail. One time I think one came in a sock. Is that right, Dad?
Oh.
I think one time you got a tortoise in a sock. Like it was in like a shoebox and like I don't know why they would put it in a sock.
Poor tortoise.
I don't know. Yeah, not an awesome law. So I'm gonna look more into it. Being able to do that this year. I remember from my childhood farm days how much work it was. It's so much work. I mean, the plucker definitely makes it a lot easier, and once you get grooving, it's not too bad. But yeah, we tried to feed organic chickens in the beginning, I'm not saying, but the chickens did not grow well on it. We don't have a ton of access to a variety of feed here. So the one kind of organic feed we could get, it just wasn't, the chickens weren't doing well on it. They weren't growing. The meat birds were not growing well. So raising a rooster farm at the moment, all my incubated eggs. Oh, I've totally had that happen before. It's totally the worst. We hatched those mosaic eggs, and I think we got like 3 roosters and 1 hen that hatched, and that's a bummer. I mean, it's so fun to hatch eggs, but then you run that risk when you're not buying pullets. Yeah, why did they ship it in a sock, Dad? I don't know. Yeah, we had a chicken named Strokey, Matt saying, because he kept avoiding being caught on Butcher Day, and eventually we were just like, well, he's a survivor, so we're just going to let him go. He lived a while. I think we ended up selling him with like a group of chickens. In Australia, we have passes and licenses that we track online to ship transport animals. Have to do it with any purchase in our state. Lots don't, though. That always makes it fun for everyone. I have to ear tag my lambs over 6 months old with the Scrapies tag. And if we send them out of state, they have to have health papers from the vet. Like if we're shipping them or if they're going to like a sale. But It's not a big deal. Government seems won't be happy until it has total control. I know. Not fun. Like, how are we supposed to get chicken? I guess because then, like, how would Tractor Supply get them if they're not getting shipped in?
Can I
Take a break?
Yeah.
Break from what? Like, tag your dad in.
what?
You have to tag your dad in if you want to leave me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get our chickens? I'm not really sure. I guess we'll have to hatch them. I know. Lame. Hopefully it won't happen. I'm hoping Ag and Market sees it and says, heck no. I mean, fine, if you don't want to ship reptiles, I mean, I guess that's selfish because I'm not a reptile person. So to me, it doesn't really matter. But there are some, I think there's a hatchery in like Clifton Springs or something. But I mean, what's going to keep them from jacking up their prices to ridiculous amounts then because they know we can't ship stuff in? But maybe if we can't ship chicks, we can still ship eggs. I don't know. I don't feel great about it, but
I can't imagine that would be
right?
that would pass.
I hope. So the health papers aren't too bad. It just depends. But my vet's pretty good about like we usually try to do a bunch of things at once. So
If that does happen, we're getting $9 a dozen. I'm just gotta think the upside of that.
yeah, I'm getting tired of the rules too. It's not fun, but yeah, it could be an upside. But we're about to do a fundraiser for our 4-H club. I've got to go pick up the extension office has a chest incubator, like a big GQF, and they're letting us borrow it. Not me, I'm not doing it, but one of our other 4-H leaders is going to take it, and we have several people who are donating hatching eggs, and we're going to hatch eggs and sell the chicks for a fundraiser for the 4-H club. So I'm pretty excited about that. The fundraiser is at the end of March, and we're going to have tons of duck and chicken varieties to sell at the 4-H fundraiser. So that should be fun. Tons of roosters. I know. Knowing my luck, my sister too, Bushels and Peck, she has the worst luck. Like, whether she's hatching eggs or picking, she used to have good luck, but then it seemed like she moved down south, and for some reason she just ends up with tons of roosters. And hers, like, they seem like they're not nice roosters either. Yeah. Hi, Rusty. I didn't even see you come in, the Rusty Pepper. Thanks for being here. I know people ship eggs. I have had eggs shipped to me before. I don't think I've ever shipped eggs myself, but I know it can be done. We're talking about if that law passes, that's going to be the only way to get like different genetics in. If we wanted rare kinds of chickens or something, if they pass a law that in New York you can't ship chicks, that's going to be kind of lame. So, but at least then I don't think eggs would be included in that because the eggs have not hatched yet. So hopefully, yeah. Well, yeah, Adrian, whatever. No, I know. But I mean, technically, if you were like sending them to a friend, like not selling them, I don't know what the rules are. I don't really care. Hey, Thomas Schmidt, how's it going? That's okay. Better late than never's right. Yeah. My friend that's doing the hatching with the big incubator is MPIP. But the other problem is that with COVID, New York State wasn't doing their certification. Like they weren't coming to the farm to do like the blood draws and stuff last year. So we're assuming that the MPIP just carried over, but definitely they probably want people to have certification and crap. Yeah. May. Okay, David, have a good night. Get some rest. Oh, yeah. Well, don't tell anybody. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Biosecurity because they do the Polarum testing, but that's my point is that in New York with COVID, the Ag and Markets people weren't going out and doing the testing for the MPIP. So people, like nobody in New York that I know of was able to get their testing done for their certification. So either it just carried over or nobody is MPIP in New York right now. If they can ship to a grocery store, should be able to ship to a friend. Right? Who knows? Nuh-uh, you're not a rule follower, are you? I mean, whatever. We can still be friends, but don't judge me if I break the rules. I just hope they don't pass the law. I don't think they will. I can't imagine they would. But it is New York. So Who knows? Who knows? But I have a pig sleeping on my lap. Chloe's left me now. I'm wondering if I'm going to go out to the barn and find lambs. I hope. I like lambs to be born at like 9 a.m. so I have a full day to watch them. I hate it when they're born at night because then I don't sleep much. So, yeah, me too, Hidden Springs. It's okay. No, I'm all about the health. I definitely follow all the rules when it comes to the sheep because I do a lot of that and I don't want to have any problems. So we follow all the rules all the time. Even though I follow the rules, I still will get calls from, or I got a letter one time from Egg and Market saying that I shipped animals that didn't have scrapey tags in. And it's like, I know the lady that runs the department. So I sent her pictures and I was like, I just got this letter and these were the scrapey tags that I sent on that truck. Like I had records of it. And she was like, sometimes the sale barn doesn't record the scrapey tags properly. And that's why you got that letter. I'm like, so the sale barn's not doing their job and I'm getting the letter? Like, send it to the sale barn because my animals were all tagged. I know you go all over the place to deliver animals and pick them up. I see that. That's awesome. I do follow the rules, Weezer. I'm just saying. I've never shipped anything, chickens or eggs. I was just saying that I think it's a funny rule. But with the sheep, I follow all the rules. I think that's probably why most people break the rules. Like, I didn't know before all this that you had to have some certification to ship eggs. Like, who would think? But it's not my business. I don't ship eggs for business, so that's why I don't know much about it. But I can follow all the sheep and goat rules, that's for sure. Yeah. I don't think it'll pass either. I'm not too worried about it. But I just got that message before the live started and I was like, oh, I hope not. So we'll see. I got some awesome, oh Mom, I got some awesome seeds in the mail from Eva. I don't think she's in here. Highland Homestead. She sent us hollyhock seeds and a bunch of other seeds, but she definitely the pink and black hollyhocks that we were talking about on the live a couple weeks ago. She sent me the seeds for, and they came in today. So I will share some with you when I see you next, whenever that is. We're gonna have tons of snow, so we'll see. But Dipper is the sheep that I think may be in labor out there. She was like, she had crazy eyes and was kind of breathing heavy. Nothing was going on, or else I wouldn't be here. But she's looking ready. So hopefully sooner than later, I'll have new babies because I don't have tons of content for my video for this week because nobody's been doing anything. I had babies born on the 4th, I think. And that's it, crickets. So Matt's got 2 goats left. One is as big as a house. And so we'll see. Nothing. They're waiting because it's supposed to be super, super cold. So I'm not excited about the fact that they're probably waiting for that cold temperature drop. Yeah. Yeah, it is rough. And I mean, normally lambing and kidding gets me through for content, but when they take a week off, but I'm missing something. I lost it. Anyways, so hopefully I'll have a lot more content, and especially because there's a rough situation that happened right after the last video. You'll see that in the next video, but I'd rather have some positive stuff to go off from. So we'll see. I don't know what everyone's talking about. I missed something. Anyways, so Dipper is a fun story because she was born to April, who my Eva could tell you all this because she loves to tell you whose mommy is whose. Dipper was born to April, who was a bottle baby here, born to Chica. For some reason, Chica didn't want to raise April. I can't remember what happened with them, but so April came in the house and she was raised. There was another lamb, and I don't remember who it was. Yeah, ice definitely doesn't help. It's so hard to do anything. And it's like trying to come up with like how-to stuff. Well, how to what right now? How to stay warm and not freeze your rear off? Like, I don't know. But so anyway, Dipper was out of April, and for some reason April couldn't feed her. I don't know. I think she had a bad udder. April's not here any longer, so that tells me something that she probably did not. Uh, yeah. And so we raised April in the house. April had Dipper, whatever, a year. We name our sheep by the alphabet so you can tell how old they are. And Dipper was raised by Busy because Busy had a single lamb the same day as April, and she just accepted her and took her on as her own to feed her. And so she was kind of a foster kid and raised that way, and she was super chunky. Busy did a really good job raising both her own lamb and April's lamb. And then she had Fish last year, and she's big as a house right now. So it'll be interesting to see what she has. So you could do a vacuum the house vlog. Bless you, Matt. Yeah, I see a lot of people do these like, come organize the house with me, and they like speed organize. I'm just like, oh my God, I'd rather choke. Like that sounds awful to me. But people watch them. They get tons of whatever. You hit 50,000, 500. I'm super excited for you. Whatever we're excited about. 50,000 or 500. 500 subscribers? Is that what you're saying? There's plenty of snow here, Resonance Acre. So I'm glad that you enjoy that. Although most of the videos I shoot now are in the barn, so not a lot of snow. Yes. Well, I'm happy for you. That's exciting. Congratulations. I hope everybody here checks out each other, including David Outdoor 74 and everyone else. Check each other out. The Rusty Pepper, Resonance Acre Homestead, Royal Amethyst Acres is what was in my brain. And I was going to say, I hope you guys all check each other out because you're all awesome and it's a great community. So I appreciate you all being here. I heard last week that Matt's grandpa watched. I don't know if he is still watching, but he watched a couple weeks ago, and that tickles me because we miss him dearly. We haven't been able to travel to all of our family. My internet just went out for a second. That was weird. But you're always on my mind, girl. Cripes, I'm still under 300. Well, everybody go check out Hidden Spring Farm if you haven't already. Give them some love. Make sure you join that community on Facebook too. If you're on Facebook, make sure you go check out the Small Homesteaders. What's up, Cat and John? I'm excited for your live next. I'm excited to hear about your big announcement. Your panda eggs that you're getting, I heard. Oh, snowing in Wisconsin, yeah. How are you only at 600, Mandy? How does that even happen? Is it John or is it Kat? I don't know. It could be either one, but hello, either one of you. I look forward to being on your live next. And then Ashley's. All my friends. It's a fun night, Wednesday is. Matt gets a little annoyed with me because I don't have headphones, so I watch my lives like this. And he's like, can you turn that down? It's Kat. I knew it. So I hope that's another thing. I hope your emu eggs are going well. I would have the worst time with the fact that you can't candle those things, right? Like they're so dark. You can't see inside the egg. So you just have to cross your fingers, or you do the weight thing, right? Because you guys weighed them all before you started. Maybe that's why. Well, that's okay. I still love you, and I hope everyone is up to Royal Amethyst Acres. Getting the cold front now. If we get snow, I will be sliding around the driveway in my chair. Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen, but we have lots of snow, like a couple feet probably, which is typical, and that's what we're used to. That's why we have a giant snowblower. Rain or ice on Craig's family homestead in Oklahoma. Yeah. We have, so like I said, it was 23 today, but then this weekend the highs are like 9 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty cold, and we just bundle up. The kids, I'll take the kids out to play if it's like 20 or warmer, but under that, we usually don't really do much. I mean, we do chores, obviously, but we were outside today for over an hour just spending time with the babies. 40 degrees swing from when I woke up. That's crazy. I mean, that's awesome, but not that awesome that you have a winter advisory. Hopefully it's not the icy kind. 50 degrees earlier, it was almost 60. That's awesome. I know my sister was saying it was like 63 in South Carolina, but just not in the cards for upstate New York. Not that kind of farm all that plows with gear snow. That's perfect, Betty Jean. You got to have something. I don't know what that is. This is what I need. There we go. So I need mods. I don't often get weird comments, but yeah. Highs of 30s are heat waves for us. We're all like, ooh, let's be outside, but it doesn't happen too much. February is usually the worst. It's like the coldest month. March, we still have snow. Sometimes April, it's gone. Sometimes it's not. Yeah. Not the funnest job. I didn't see Lala Farm come in. Adrian's right. StreamYard is weird about their thing. Oh, there they are. What's up, Rick? They go live after us as well, so make sure you check them out. Sometimes they have guests on. Rick and his son do their lives together. I don't know how to, I have to not be on my iPad to be able to make people moderators, Kat, but I will try to go on the computer and maybe do that after because I don't know. I don't want to have weird things said. But that would be cool. I appreciate that, Kat. My dad was airbrushing his train. He likes to play with trains, and I got him a airbrusher for Christmas off eBay. And now I'm shopping for his birthday, which is next month. But every time I go on eBay, I end up shopping for hatching eggs, which Matt doesn't need to know. But
Did you get him anything for Valentine's Day?
I didn't buy him anything for Valentine's Day either. Oh my gosh. We just actually bought the girls playground and a trampoline because I was trying to think of all these wonderful stimulus checks they're sending out. And I wanted to do something that would be beneficial in the long term. So our swing set that we had for the girls kicked the bucket. It was a metal one and it got all bent out of shape and was awful. So we took it to the dump. And then I don't know what he said over there.
You said it got bent out of shape, so you just need to talk to him.
No, it really was bent, Matt. It was not just bent out of shape.
I wasn't sure if it needed a little talking to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we got a new swing set for the girls and a trampoline, which is essential when you're farming with small children to keep them busy while you're outside working. That's for sure. So I have to go back on eBay and find your birthday gifts, Bumpy. All right, Adrian, good to see you. I know I'm gonna be out there with heat lamps on me, but that's okay. We do survive. We have the Premier heat lamps are awesome, and Matt's Wimpy goats have some on them. So if I need to steal one for lambs, then I'll just take one from the goats.
You have one you haven't put up yet. Don't touch my goats.
Hey, Red Silo Homestead, thanks for coming in. Yeah, those are fun outside activities, and it's really important to keep the kids busy and happy so that I can get work done outside. And they're often helping me, but that gets old for little kids too. So give them a gift card for someone to bring a portable sawmill to him to cut wood for a project. That would be a very good gift. It's just unusual after a 60-degree day. Yeah. I need a swing set to keep my puppy busy while I'm working. You just need a friend for your puppy. It's like little kids. It's easier to have two than just one. I remember I used to raise dogs, and if I had just one puppy at a time, it's a lot more work than if you have two that can just... Well, I appreciate you being here. But yeah, people make all sorts of I used to raise French bulldogs, and people would make their puppies these little play sets. And our puppy Temple is huge. Oh my gosh, she's so huge. I took pictures of her today, but I don't think I posted them. Okay, Dad. God. Matt hasn't gotten you anything yet either, just for the record. He also has a birthday list.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Maybe Matt will get it for you for Valentine's Day, Bumpy.
Oh my gosh. You're so mean.
The other night, Eva said Valentine's. I said, look what you're doing to our children. You're teaching them improper English. Valentine's. I don't know why we just make such fun of him.
I'm sophisticated.
He has a master's degree. He's not stupid.
Oh,
He just says things wrong. Red silos on your watch list for fencing. That's awesome. Fencing is like the never-ending farm chore. Like every
Oh.
spring you have to go through. Yeah. It's a universal tone, the daughter to father conversation. But yeah, we have perimeter fencing, but we definitely use the heck out of the Electronets, and I love them because they're a game changer. We can, especially with the sheep, so much easier to move sheep. I literally just let the sheep out of their pen and they follow me to their next paddock, which could be anywhere, completely not the place that they've been going, and they go there. So I love it. It works great for the sheep. The goats, however, are ridiculous when you try to move them. They go all over the place, and it usually ends in a lot of cursing at each other, muddy knees, and frustration. But I usually don't disagree with my dad. Rare occasion, but we ordered a portable sawmill a couple of weeks ago. That's awesome. Yeah, shipping is taking a while, although the trampoline's already arrived. That's exciting. Part of the swing set is here. The other parts of it come Tuesday via Pilot Freight. I'm not really even sure what that is. I'm a little scared. We have 17 acres, Kat. Not a lot. I want more. We lease, or we kind of lease. Our neighbor doesn't want us to pay for anything, but we just give him meat and stuff. Hayfield from our neighbor, so we cut his hay, and so that gives us another 500 bales, I think.
something like that.
I think it would be more, but we split it with the guy who cuts our hay so that we don't have to pay for it. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day ever. Every day is Valentine's, Matt. Betty Jean says. It's always time for Valentine.
Does she mean Valentine's?
Yes. Oh my goodness, 2 weirdos tonight. I'm gonna have to wrench up some people if I keep having weird people come in and comment stuff. Goats are toddlers on a sugar high. Add bean. Yeah, with ADD when being moved. Yeah, it's just funny because we'll move the goats, like they're on a pasture rotation that's just blocks like next to each other, and when we try to move them, it gets ridiculously frustrating. The sheep, however, hey Keto Homestead with Jess, I just saw you come in. Thanks for being here. The sheep we can move anywhere, like anywhere on the property, and they follow me or Chloe, whoever is leaving with the bucket, and it's no problem. But the goats, they definitely do not. I know, Mandy. I will. I'm gonna go on the computer. Oh, sounds like someone fell down. That's gonna go check it out. Hey, Bomber Steve, how's it going? Well, I'm glad you popped in. I'm sorry you're flat out at work. I think Eva just fell out of a chair. How's it going in Australia? Resonance Homestead is from Australia too. Lots of Aussie friends in the house tonight. So yeah, Valentine's Day every day. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy your Valentines. Kelly says pin instead of pen. Like to write with? He writes with a pin, or like put the sheep in a pen, put the sheep in a pin. It must make you crazy if you're mentioning it. Zip ties and mailing twine definitely can solve anything. So, this week I'm not very good with gates. Like instead of opening gates, like you're supposed to go in and out of them, I hop them because I'm lazy, and I hopped a gate the other day and it wasn't secure on one side, and it like went forward with my weight and broke a window. We have 600 students. Oh my gosh, what do you do, Bomber Steve? Are you you work at a university? I don't know how I missed that. That's exhausting. I know Ashley works at a university too, and she went to work the other day and nobody told her that it was a snow day. That sounds frustrating. Need to help do. I'm blind. Can you tell that I'm like leaning into the computer to read the comments? I wear trifocals. Yeah. That's crazy. Is Eva okay?
Huh?
Is Eva okay?
She's breathing.
Did she hurt herself?
Huh?
Did she hurt herself?
No.
Okay, good. Just her ego. So, okay, so I may have put you in timeout earlier, and I guess I just was a little bit jumpy about your name. I'm sorry about that. I do have a beehive. I'm not good at beekeeping. Adrian is better at that. I know Ridge Life is really good at beekeeping. But I have bees to help my garden. I don't take honey or anything like that from them. I just love having them nearby. They help pollinate everything and it works out well. So your facility managers at a university have nearly 700 bedrooms on a kitchen. Oh my God, that's a lot of responsibility. You have to coordinate maintenance, repairs, and cyclic replacement. That sounds like an insane amount of responsibility. Good thing you have all that Vegemite to keep you on, right? I'm starting to have real issues with my eyesight in my left eye, but that's a result of my brain injury. I do believe I've just been blind forever. Like, I don't know. None of my sisters wear glasses, but I have trifocals. That's life. That's okay. When I used to go out, like in my 20s, we used to go out quite a bit, and I wouldn't wear my glasses out, so it made it really fun because I wouldn't even know who was there most of the time.
That's how I met you.
That's how he met Zane. Yeah, so I'm not a good beekeeper because they make me nervous. So I add supers on and stuff like that. I don't feed them. I don't insulate the boxes or anything like that. They just do their thing and they're happy and they pollinate my garden. So we have, tulips and zinnias and all the things all the different times of the year to keep them going. So, oh my gosh, even Vegemite doesn't help. Scotch or bourbon does. I get that totally. Yeah, it's okay. The rusty pepper. It was a little getting used to going from like regular glasses to trifocals, that whole like dizziness thing, but they don't have like lines or anything. But people think it's funny that I have trifocals already. But it's okay. As long as I can drive and see what sheep I'm talking to, it doesn't really matter. Not a big deal for me. But yeah, I have like a minute and a half left before I have to let you guys go hang out with all the other cool lives that are going on pretty soon. Old Reading, Lala Farm. The other folks from New York, which I'm awful. I want to say Green Dream. But yeah, so you don't really have to do anything. I mean, like I said, I have had a hive it'll be 3 years this spring. And all I do is add supers on. I don't like working with them much. Ivy's going to make strange sounds. Can you hear that?
No, I was thinking about when we all got stung by the hornets and I was blaming it on your bees.
Oh yeah, one time Chloe had picked me flowers on a walk, like wildflowers, and she brought them in the house to give me, when we came in, and they had yellow jackets in them, and she didn't know it. Well, they went in the house, they got out of the flowers, and they started stinging everyone, and Matt was thinking it was my honeybees, and I found one and killed it, and I'm like, this is not a honeybee.
Oh, those bees were going to get it.
I know. He was so mad at my bees. You've had them for 15 years? Yeah. I just let mine be. And they don't bother us.
What'd you say?
That was not intentional, Matt.
Yeah.
So cheesy.
I like it. It was very nice.
It was great to hang out. Thank you so much for being here, Resonance Homestead. So yeah, like I said, make sure that you go check out Old Reading Farm. Kat and John have a big announcement tonight. I'm going to check them out as soon as I get back from the barn. Lala Farm is live now, and there's a couple others. And then after all of them, make sure you check out Mulberry Branch Farm. They're live at 8 o'clock. Ashley and Mark are really good people, and I hope you check them out. And I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I always fun chatting with you all on Wednesdays. I hope you come back next Wednesday and chat with us again. Hopefully I have more lambing and kidding stories. I think these guys are probably going to do their thing, so I should have more information coming at you soon about all that. So have a great week, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.